So we start in today next Siman number 73. Right, and our topic is laws of Shabbos, just like it's a big topic. And today's topic, Siman 73, permissible procedures for engaging the sorrows of idolater before Shabbos, and for lending and leasing item to him. Okay. Contains 11 CFim. Okay. So, permissible procedures for engaging the sources of oil idolater before Shabbos. Okay. So, very interesting. There is the introduction before we start. And it says, it is forbidden to have idolater to perform any activity on Shabbos on behalf of a Jew that entails a milacha. Okay, that the Jew himself is not may not engage. Okay, so that's straightforward rule that we spoke many times. So you're not ask a non-Jew to do something for you what is not allowed to you to do. Like, of course, there is exception. So all of this exception, if a melacha is forbidden rabbinically. Okay. Continue. This topic is further discussed in Siman 90. Okay, so it's 73, so it's Siman 90. Sifim 14 and etc. Okay, which discusses cases in which idolater perform action from which a Jew has a direct benefit on Shabbos. Okay. As I set forth in there in Sifim 14 and 15, it is generally prohibited to benefit from any forbidden activities that idolater perform for Jew on Shabbos, even if a Jew instructs the idolater before Shabbos, and even an idolater comes on his own to perform the activity from which the Jew has benefit. Okay, so let's try to explain, even though we're going to learn, much later on, I don't know when, a few months from now, maybe even more than a few months from now. But let's try to understand what it says here. So a Jew is not allowed to benefit from something that he has not Jew on Shabbos, or even he asked him the arrange with him before Shabbos. And even if he did not ask him at all, but a non-Jew, he understood what was expected of him, right? For example, this non-Jew, where I pray that we have this janitor, he's non-Jew, but he knows everything. This guy speaks Yiddish. You understand? Black guy. He knows he speaks without accent. You understand? Like Hebrew, all of the words, he knows all the prayers, everything. So the new people come and they shocked by him. He's so nice. I see, he's such a great person. He's the kindest, one of the kindest person I ever met in my life. Very nice, very, very friendly. Okay, so right. So the problem with, he's very nice. He's a very sweet guy, but there's a problem. So he knows what was expected of him, right? What other people would appreciate if he does for them. So meaning all of these activities that this guy does are forbidden to us to benefit from. So did we ask him? No, but it's like last time you say thank you very, very much that you do this and that. So it's like you ask him. So like it is like, right? So that's what it says here. Continue. Often a Jew may wish to commission an idolater on a weekday to do a job that need not to be done on Shabbos, such as having the article cleaned or repaired for use after Shabbos. The Siman deals primarily with such cases and permissible manner in which it may be performed. Right, so let's read again and I give examples. So because last time I had this the situation a few weeks ago. Yeah, I think a few weeks ago. Okay, a few weeks ago. Again, often a Jew may wish to commission an idolater on a weekday to do a job that he need not to be done on Shabbos. So meaning, the case with me was I brought my some things to dry cleaner, and it was on Thursday, right? So they say, look, we can do it on Shabbos. If you want on Saturday, you can come to pick it up. So it was Thursday night. So most likely they're going to work on Friday night. I mean, Friday night is like after 4, so right after 4 for us. So it's like 4:30 or so, 5 p.m. Since it's winter, it's already Shabbos and on Shabbos. So they say after 2 p.m. is good, like on Shabbos is good. I said, no, it's not good. You need it sooner. I said, no, I need it on Tuesday. So that you need it Tuesday, like the guy was looking at me like, what do you mean? Everybody needs it as soon as possible. I said, I have clothing. It's not like it's my right. I said Monday, Tuesday is good. No worries. They work on Sunday, right? But I said to Tuesday even better. So he said, okay, no problem. So he wrote on a check. So it would be ready on Tuesday, because if I would tell them. Saturday, even though like I would come on Sunday, that's would be a problem, because he would do, especially for me, on my request, do things on Saturday. And on Saturday technically I can pick up like Shabbos ends like 5:30, it's like 6 whatever, and they work till 9. So technically I could have pick up Saturday, right? So Saturday night after Shabbos. So it's very practical. So meaning, don't tell them to do something that very likely they would work on Shabbos. If they chose to work on Shabbos, it's their own business. So I gave them 3 days, 4 days, and they chose that Shabbos is the best day for them to do. I mean, it's their own business. They're not doing me any favor, because anyway I'm coming on Tuesday. You understand? So it's very practical. Okay. So okay, all right. So this sentence one more time. Often a Jew may wish to commission an idolater on a weekday to do job that need not to be done on Shabbos. So I mean, as we said, it's cleaning. Okay, such as having an article clean on repair for use after Shabbos. Okay. This Siman deals with primarily with such cases, and the permissible manner in which they may be performed. Okay. Next paragraph. The laws dealing with idolater perform work for a Jew on Shabbos dealt with the lands Shulchan Aruch and Mishnah Brura, Orach Chaim, and they give the whole list, and Igras Moshe, Orach Chaim, volume 4, chapter 51 to 59. Situation involved these laws arise often in the Western society, where Jews do business on consistent basis with non-Jews. Okay. Due to the complexity of these laws and the myriad situation may arise, the competent halachic authority must always be consulted before engaging in any business arrangement with a non-Jew that involves Shabbos. Okay. So I mean, we'll try to combine our knowledge, whatever we said, with in other classes, wherever we learn in other books, and try to bring it to the table. So I mean, it's not that difficult. It's not. I mean, of course, there is like exceptional situation, but we will try to see. Okay, so now going to Kitzur. Number 1, safe number 1. It is forbidden to allow idolater to perform work for a Jew on Shabbos. The sages found the scriptural support for this prohibition in verse Shmos 12:16. No work may be done. Right. This implies that it is even forbidden to have work done by an adulterer for a Jew. So it says it does not say. I mean, it says that you cannot do any work. It is true, but in this place it says the work may not be done. Right? No work. I mean, sorry, no work may be done. Meaning doesn't matter by who. I mean, if non-Jew wants to do for himself, for herself on Shabbos, there is no problem. So you have, for example, live-in babysitter or something, right? And she wants to drink tea. I don't know, like she wants to make herself omelet in your kitchen. So there is no problem. She can make omelets. We're not allowed to benefit from that, but she can do whatever she wants, right? But we would not be able to, like it would be forbidden to eat for us if she, for example, she boiled tea, right? Yeah, she would make boiled water, so we're not allowed to benefit from this water. Okay. Especially if she did a little extra, she put some extra water for other members of the family, right? So that's absolutely forbidden. So from where we learn, no work may be done. Commentary. Mechilta Parsha Bo, Parsha number 1. The passage, no work may be done, is a contrast. You shall not do any work implies that it is also forbidden to have work done by for a Jew by others. So in one place it says you may not do any work. So that's how we said that. I mean, in most of the places it says you may not do any work, but in some places, at least it's here, but one of them it says no work may be done. That's how our sages derive. Continue. If one gives the work to idolater on Erev Shabbos, Friday before Shabbos, even though the idolater does work on Shabbos, it is permitted. However, it is permitted only under the following circumstances. Okay, so meaning it's like you can bring things, for example, to a dry cleaner, and they say they need it tomorrow, Sunday. So if you do it Sunday, for example, if you tell them Sunday, most likely they're going to work on Shabbos, because Sunday, from the business opening, whatever they open 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 8 a.m. or 9 a.m., whatever time, so it's going to be there, so ready for a pickup. So meaning for sure it's going they're going to work on Shabbos. So this would be forbidden. Okay. So commentary: if any of the 5 conditions of the that follows, delineated in Seifim 1 through 5, are not present, it is prohibited. Okay. So you can ask them to do work on to give them work on Erev Shabbos, so meaning Friday before Shabbos, right? If 5 conditions are met. Okay. So Erev Shabbos, just so we know, what is Erev Shabbos? Erev Shabbos is considered to be in the morning, right? Friday morning, it's a custom to say Good Shabbos, or in my shul, they say Good Erev Shabbos, right? I mean, that's a very nice wish. Okay, and it says. Number 1, the first condition: the idolater must take the item upon which he is to work from the house of a Jew before Shabbos, and not on Shabbos. So right, so let's understand this condition. It's first condition. So he has to take the item, whatever he's going to work on, before Shabbos. So meaning no, because people would see, and they might suspect that he's going to work for us on Shabbos. So, but if he took to his domain and he's going to work in his place, there is no problem. Right, but before Shabbos. Okay. Number 3, commentary: if the work done in the house of a Jew, it would appear that Jew instructing him to do work on Shabbos, which is prohibited, right? So that's clear. So he can, even though so he cannot come to our house and work and work on it on Shabbos, of course, prohibited. So Mishnah Brura 252:17. Similarly, if idolater takes it out to the house out. If idolater takes it out of the house on Shabbos, it would also appear that the Jew instructed him to perform work of the item on Shabbos. So basically, right. So it cannot remain in the house of a Jew, and non-Jew would come and work on it. Right, not allowed. Even though I tell him that I need to by Tuesday, and it's 5 hours work or something, or 3 hours work. He can do it like on Sunday or Monday. There is no problem, or Motzei Shabbos, and right. So, but he decided to do on Shabbos, right? Or he comes on Shabbos and picks it up. So basically, like that we instruct him to do so, right? So he must do everything before Shabbos. So far so good. Continue. CF number 2. So I'm not going to repeat what I was saying now. No summary. I think it's very clear, straightforward. Okay. So next one. Let's see if it's more difficult. So we're going to go over. Second condition: he must set an amount of payment for idolater before Shabbos. For then the idolater is considered to be working for his own benefit, in order to receive his payment. Therefore, one who has domestic help, who is an idolater, hired for a given time, is forbidden to allow him to perform melacha, forbidden activity on Shabbos, for a Jew, because the melacha is being done solely for the benefit of a Jew. Thus, if an idolater is traveling somewhere, and a Jew gives him a letter to carry there, and he will be carrying it on Shabbos as well, the Jew must give him some payment, so that the idolater will be doing so for a payment and not for free. Okay, so that's let's do from the beginning with a commentary, and we're going to explain. Okay, so first condition: everything must be done. All of the arrangement must be done before Shabbos. Meaning he's going to physically take this object, wherever is it, before Shabbos. Okay, so second condition from the beginning: he must set amount of payment for idolater on Shabbos, before Shabbos. So amount of payment, so meaning to make this non-Jew as a contractor. Contractor means that I pay him for a job, so he can do it as like this dry cleaner. I pay them, so they can do on Shabbos if they want to. They can do it on Friday, like right after I leave, right? Let's say I drop off Friday noon, let's say. So they can do it right away, then finish before the Shabbos. They can do it Shabbos itself. They can do it on Sunday. They can do it on Monday, or right on Monday or Tuesday. So that doesn't matter. So when they're going to do it, it's their own business. I am going to pay them more if they're going to work on Shabbos? No. If they're going to pay them less if they work on Sunday? No. You understand? So this must be the condition. So the meaning that if they decided to work on Shabbos, it's only for their own benefit. I do not care. They can do it for me on Sunday. Okay, so that's the idea. Okay, so again, the whole sentence: he must set the amount of payment for idolater before Shabbos. So the whole. So it's not, we're not paying him by hours, right? But for completing of a job. For then, idolater is considered to be work for his own benefit whenever he wants, right? And in order to receive his payment. Commentary: the prohibition of having the idolater perform work on Shabbos applies when the idolater performs it for a Jew. So for a Jew, meaning the Jew needs it now, right? But he can do, as we explained, for himself. So he works, right? He works for money that the Jew is going to pay. When one stipulates beforehand that he will pay the idolater is considered to be working for himself. Right? There is for his pay rather than for a Jew. So that's this warning is crucial in our case, as we're going to see with the domestic help who works who is being paid not for a job not for a specific job, but for each working day. So working day, like meaning if we need coals to be brought from the basement, he's going to bring or she's going to bring the coals. If they need to close the windows, close the windows. Like milk the cow, like anything, whatever is need to be done during the day, so they should do. So I mean, so it's not a, so we pay them for per day, that's the problem. I mean, yeah, that's the problem, because they're not doing the work for themselves, that they actually doing for us. Okay. Continue. It is not necessary for them to agree on exact amount of payment as long as the idolater is assured to receive appropriate compensation for his job. It is permitted. See Bir Halacha 252. And it's, before we continue, it's very interesting, it's very important. It's actually was a topic of my class just before this one. So in many times, like in this our topic is the hired workers. So we learn the laws of hired workers, exactly like this. I mean, not exactly, but like from the same general topic, right? So meaning even if this person did not specify how much he's going to pay, of course it's proper to us. But if they did not specify and they would like misunderstood each other, so we're going to go by what is appropriate payment, all right, per day in this locale for this kind of job. So if it's 3, it's 3. If it's 4, it's 4. It's 5, it's 5. So meaning even if the Jew and non-Jew did not agree on specific amount, I'll say, okay, can you do that? He said yes. So meaning they then, like, there is some understanding between them what this price is going to be, like standard price. Like today, now day and age, I mean, there's so many, like everything is so sophisticated. Maybe it's not so simple. You have to agree on all of the details. But in olden days, like it was much easier. Okay. So again, even if they did not like agree to set exact amount, but it still can consider to be agreement. However, if a Jew merely understands that the idolater expect payments, it is forbidden to have him work for him, since there is no explicit assurance of the payment. Right. See Shulchan Aruch 247:2. I mean, so meaning what? That the Jew is asking non-Jew to do something and say, can you do me a favor? And basically, what is expected, some kind of compensation, maybe is a salary or is a gift, but there is a understanding that it's going to be compensation. But is it guaranteed? No. Okay. So in this case, it would be forbidden to hire this person. If okay. So because why? Because maybe there is no money, and in this case, this non-Jew is going to work for a Jew, not for himself. If there is a money, if there is compensation, exact compensation, he's working for himself. If there is no compensation at all, or it's not clear, or it's maybe a gift, so in this case, he's going to work for a Jew. Okay, so that's a problem. Okay, or if on his own, idolater offers to do work for free, it is permitted. Pursuant to the other 4 conditions, right? Since this too is considered being done for a payment, as it may be reassured that he is going to repay favor that the Jew once did for him. Ramah 247:4. So that's you see from this sentence how brilliant our sages were. So like for money we understand, right? But even without money, if a non-Jew said I'm going to do right, he offers us his services for free. So is it for free? It's not for free. Nothing in this world is for free. So maybe he's doing like is a repayment of some favor that Jew previously has done for him, or in expectation of the future favor that the Jew is going to do for him. Right? It's past or future, doesn't matter. So in this case, it's considered to be he's working for a payment because he got something before, right, or he's expecting something in the future. Okay, continue. Therefore, one who has domestic help, who is an idolater, hired for a given time, is forbidden to allow them perform melacha, forbidden activity on Shabbos for a Jew. So again, because they don't benefit. So even though they get salary, but this salary is like I don't know, standard salary, meaning if this non-Jew is going to sleep the whole day, basically, and do like work 1 hour and sleep and another 8, so he or she are going to get paid anyway. So in this case, whatever they're going to do, extra for a Jew, it's going to be for a Jew, not for themselves. Right, because the malacha is done solely for the benefit of a Jew. Right, that's be understood. Okay, so commentaries say the Jewish employer is considered to be benefiting from any melacha the idolater does. Okay, does for him on Shabbos, because any work that idolater performs of Shabbos will free him up to do other works, work for the Jewish employer after Shabbos. We're going to explain. Let's continue. We're going to come back to it. In addition, since the Jew cannot deduct any payment from the employee if the work not perform the melacha for him on Shabbos, and melacha that he does do is considered to done for the sake of a Jew and not for his own payment, and therefore is forbidden. Okay, so it's a little complicated, but we try to explain and maybe give example. Okay, so we're talking about this domestic help, right? So meaning a person is being paid by day. Okay, the Jewish employer is considered to be benefited from any melacha the idolater does. Okay, so that's clear, right? Does so for him on Shabbos. So because he wants, what is the difference to the previous case? The previous case is Jew need work to be done, but he does not care when it's going to be done, right? So meaning if this non-Jew wants what on Shabbos, he works for himself. He could have done on Sunday as well, or Friday in the morning. It was his business. He decided to do on Shabbos, and he wants to go to his idol worshiping place on Sunday. That's his own business, right? But here in this case, no, the Jew needs the work to be done on Shabbos, right? Right, so it would be forbidden because any work the idolater performs on Shabbos will free him up for the other works for the Jewish employer after Shabbos. So meaning what? So that's a brilliant line, I think. Right? So if this non-Jew would do this work for a Jew on Shabbos, so he would be free to do more work after Shabbos. So meaning what? If he is what would be a good example? If we ask if we ask this non-Jew to wash dishes for us, for example, right? We ask to wash dishes, and because after Shabbos we have a lot of things for them to do, that would be a problem. But if non-Jew decided, like we went to take a nap or went to study, went to shul, this and that, and this non-Jew decided to wash the dishes on their own accord because they were in a safe time, and on after Shabbos they want go wherever they want to go, watch TV, whatever they want to do, right? So go out with the friends, no problem. So meaning they doing these dishes for their own benefit. We technically we don't need these dishes, right? So I mean we don't need these dishes until next Friday. The next Friday night. So until he or she is going to do it on Shabbos or after Shabbos is absolutely irrelevant to us. You understand? So, but they do want to do early, right, for their own benefit. But we cannot tell them that's the difference to do it on Shabbos, because for after Shabbos we're going to have another work for them to do. Okay, so that's the difference. Okay, so continue. Same with this commentary. In addition, since Jew cannot deduct the payment from the employee if he does not perform the melacha for him on Shabbos, any melacha that he does is considered to be done for the sake of the Jew. So meaning when we pay him or her by days, so if they did not do did not do dishes, can you subtract some kind of payment from the salary? I don't think so, right? So meaning if you ask them and they doing these dishes on Shabbos, so meaning they doing it for us. So that's the problem. Okay, for a second, and not for its own payment. Meaning what? The payment is going to stay the same. That's what we said before, and therefore is forbidden. See Shulchan Aruch Harav, Chabadnik, 244:11. Okay, very interesting. Okay. I mean, it's with these notes on the bottom. I mean, it's not so hard, I think. Okay, so let's continue. And it says, thus, if idolater is traveling somewhere, and the Jew gives him a letter to carry there, so meaning, I guess the letter to be like hand delivered, right? And he will be carrying it on Shabbos as well. A Jew must give him some payment. So the adulterer will be doing it for a payment and not for a fee. See Mishnah Berurah 247:16. So the way I understand, like it's not like if you read it the first time, you might have thought that to deliver the letter on that day. I don't think so, right? It could be like he's going somewhere and it takes 3 days. And he's going to give do a few stops. I'm just making up the story. But on the third day, right, he's going to deliver a letter to whoever we ask him. But he was going to travel on Shabbos, right? So meaning that we should give him some money. So on Shabbos he does it for himself. So meaning if he's like the way I understand, if he's going to stay in a hotel for not for 1 day or for 2 days, I mean we do not care. We just ask him to deliver the letter. So plus minus a day, we do not care, right? And plus we give him the money. So if he want to travel on Shabbos, he can travel on Shabbos, right? But he travels because we pay him for this specific job, not not specific day to deliver it on. Okay. So that's very interesting. 1 second, let me quickly check time. Okay. So next halacha is number 3, and it's 3 and condition 3. Okay, condition number 3, and it says the wages should be set for the entire job. The idolater cannot be a day laborer. Okay. So as we said, this domestic help is for sure a day laborer. So we pay for work in general, right? So but here we say make him a contractor. Okay, adultery. So again, what does a contractor mean? To pay him for entire job. Number 3. Okay, commentary. A worker who is not hired to work for a job, but rather to hire for work for amount of time, is referred as schir yom, day laborer, right? Meaning, as we said, domesticated help. If you need to milk the cow, or I don't know, plow the field, or make soup, it's like all the same. They have a time that they dedicated to this work. They need to do everything, right? So we're not paying them for a specific job. Okay, so again, the worker who is not hired to work for a job, but rather to hire to work an amount of time, is referred to Sihir Yom, okay, day labor. So schar is like a payment. Okay. It is forbidden to have idolater. It is forbidden to have idolaters who was hired in this manner to work on Shabbos. Right? Since the idolater is considered working for on Jewish behalf, meaning whatever Jew needs, he's going to do. Right? Right. In comparison to a contractor. In a contrast, it is permitted to hire a worker to perform a certain job or to produce a certain item as long as there is no stipulation that the job performed on Shabbos. Right. They say see following see. So this thing is with a dry cleaner, as we said. And the other condition enumerated here are fulfilled. Okay. Since the responsibility of completing the job falls on employee who may work whenever he chooses. We view the work that he does on Shabbos as being done for his own benefit, so that he can finish the job sooner. Mishnah Berurah 244:2. So this is classic example as we described about this dry cleaner worker. I mean, as I said, he has 3 days to work. He wants to start right now. He finish before sunset. He can do that. Right, or he wants to do on Shabbos, let him do on Shabbos. Like basically, if he wants to finish earlier, even though he said that he has Sunday and Monday, it's his own business, right? So in this case, he's not working for us. Okay. So let's do one more sieve since we have extra time. So okay, so number 4. Right, so altogether five conditions. So condition number 4, and it says for the 4th condition, it is forbidden to stipulate that the idolater will do the work on Shabbos. Okay, even if he, there is Jew, does not explicitly stipulate that he, the idolater, is do the work on Shabbos. But he sets time for him to complete the work that is shortly after Shabbos, and it is clear that it is impossible for him to complete the job by this time unless he works on Shabbos. It is also forbidden. Let's do this concept before we continue, and we're going to explain. Okay, so we're going to give, I think, a very good example. Okay, so again, it is forbidden to stipulate with daughter. They will do the work on Shabbos. So right, even if the Jew does not explicitly stipulate that idolater is to do the work on Shabbos, but he sets the time him to complete the work that is shortly after Shabbos. And it is clear that it is impossible for him to complete the job by this day unless he works on Shabbos. It is also forbidden. So meaning what? Meaning that, for example, you drop off your car on Friday, right? On Friday even morning, and you said, I need it on Monday morning to drive to work. Let's say they open 7 a.m., right? And that's enough time for you to come and pick up, no problem. But guess what? These people, they open on Shabbos, not Jews, but they all close on Sunday. So, and you saw there is like in front of your car, there is another 3 cars or 4 cars they have to fix. On Friday, you brought on Friday morning, like everything is legit, but when you leave this car is like almost guaranteed that they going to work on your car on what is it, on Shabbos, even though it's Friday you drop off. right? And in your mind, they have 3 days, but guess what? They close on Sunday. So if you want to pick up on Monday, they're going to work on Shabbos. That's what this condition is. So even without telling explicitly for them to work on Shabbos, it's in their mind, without you telling the saying a word, they understand that's when they have to work on your car, right? So even though it is they are contractors in some sense, but it's you put them in this condition. So that's why they say maybe on after Shabbos. No, it said okay, we can do Sunday. I said I don't need Sunday. Do Tuesday, just in case. I mean I can survive till Tuesday. Okay, so continue commentary. Such an agreement is tantamount to clear instruction to work on Shabbos. Okay, that's it. So I mean, as we said, this example with the mechanic. Likewise, if he sends a letter with him and tells him, see to it that bring this it's there by such and such date, and it is clear that he cannot arrive there unless he always also travels on Shabbos, then it is forbidden. Right, you said, okay, maybe he's going to travel faster on Monday, or I mean on Thursday. Let's say, okay, you wish, right? It's not. We have to be reasonable. So when you tell the non-Jew something like that, so in his mind, okay, so I have to travel on Shabbos, in order to get to this place by Sunday morning. Okay, right. The problem today would be, what would be the problem? The postal or some delivery services, right? For example, if you send something overnight, so you send overnight, so you instruct them that they're going to carry your package on on what is it on Shabbos, right? Or two day delivery mail, right? So that's would be a problem. I mean, very close to our example. Okay, so it is forbidden. So meaning, if you give them package to deliver, letter to deliver, and if you tell them the dates by which they have to deliver, and it's impossible under normal circumstances for them to arrive at that place unless they travel on Shabbos, so it is absolutely forbidden. Okay. So continue. Likewise, so it's very, very practical, very, very practical. Likewise, if right, likewise, if the market day is on Shabbos, it is forbidden to give idolater money on Erev Shabbos, so that he should buy another item for him that is known to be available to purchase only on Shabbos. Right. Right. So 1 second. It is forbidden for idolater to right. So meaning that there is a market open. So today, I mean, I'm not sure. In olden days, some days, older days, there is website still there, like eBay. They call eBay, right? When you can place a bid. So you want to buy old paintings or some old crystal jar or whatever from 1800s, let's say. So and they say they have listing for 3 days, 7 days, I don't know, 10, I don't know, 2 weeks, I don't know, whatever they have. But 3 days I think they do have, or at least they used to have, and 7 days listing. So and let's say this listing expires on Shabbos, and you want this crystal ball or something, right? So it could be an issue. So if you give a bid, you put a bid. The bid works for example, starting bid is $3.35, right? But you said these things, it can go $30. And for example, you want it so much that you put the maximum bid. Nobody sees, but you say you see that you put the maximum bid $45. For example, right? So if somebody bids a little extra, 50 cents extra, so you're going to automatically overbid this person. So meaning if it's expansion Shabbos, it is a problem. It is a problem. Right. So same in a sense. This example with a non-Jew. So this market is only on Shabbos, and they close on Sunday. So you cannot ask a non-Jew to buy these things for you. Commentary. If there is a possibility to obtain this item during the week as well, he may instruct the daughter to buy it for him as long as he does not explicitly instruct him to buy on Shabbos. See Mishnah Berurah 3:7-15. So if he gives him money, and this guy can buy himself this thing for a Jew on Friday morning, or he can buy it on Saturday, and this non-Jew decide, look, on Saturday the whole family is home, so I'm going to take all my family to the market, and plus I have time, I'm going to buy this thing for a Jew on Shabbos. So I mean, he did it for his own convenience. It's his own business, right? So if it's possible to buy this thing on other days as well, yes. If only on Shabbos, no. Likewise, it is forbidden to give him something, to sell it in this way. There is if he can sell it only on Shabbos, right? So if it says only on Shabbos, so that's all also forbidden. However, this case, where he does not explicitly stipulate that he does work on Shabbos, it is forbidden only if he gives him work on Erev Shabbos. Right, meaning if he can sell it on any other days. So I mean, if you give you on Erev Shabbos, so meaning implying that you have to sell on Shabbos, that's the problem. However, before that, there is on any day before Friday, he may give him the item to work on. Okay, no problem. Right? Or money to purchase merchandise, even though it is certain that he will be done on Shabbos. Okay, I mean, but it's own business, so we did not tell him what to do, basically. Okay, it is proper not to reside at all in a city whose market day is on Shabbos. Wow. Because in this situation, it is impossible not to sin with regard to the laws of Shabbos. However, if the market is not in a Jewish neighborhood, there is no such a concern. So, okay, before we continue, let's try to understand. So he said, just go a little back. However, before that, there is on any other day before Friday, he may give him item to work on, as we said with these dry cleaners. Okay, it's his own business. Or money to purchase the merchandise, even though it is certain that it will be done on Shabbos. So I give him, I don't know, maybe dry cleaning is a good example, something else. And this guy, he has a full-time job somewhere, and this, whatever the job that he's going to do for me is side job. So he's off on Saturday and Sunday, and he's going to do on Saturday. Guess what? Right, but it's his own business. He can do after work on Thursday. He can take a day off on Friday. It's his own business. So so he can do this for us. Okay. So and it's very interesting. It says it's proper not to reside in such a city. Like as we always say, don't put yourself in a situation of temptation. That a person is thinking he or she that they're missing out. Like everybody going to this market on Saturday, and you are missing out. That's the problem. Yitzhak is going to use it, right? So we have to be careful. But if it's he said, if it's a different, not a Jewish neighborhood, meaning that maybe you hear the noise, or it's on another part of the town, so it's not going to bother us so much. Right. So coming to number 10. According to Mishnah Berurah, it is forbidden to give money to an idolater even before Erev Shabbos, right? With instruction to buy merchandise if it is clear that he will have to buy it on Shabbos. Okay, meaning that the market is on Shabbos, right? Even in the cases where it is permitted to have idolaters to buy items for a Jew on Shabbos, there are authorities who forbid benefiting from this action on that Shabbos itself. I'm not sure what would be practical example, that meaning that even in a case where it is permitted to have idolater to buy item for a Jew on Shabbos. So I would say the practical example would be the medicine. So we need the medicine. So like we ask the non-Jew to get us whatever the over-counter medicine, right? Cough syrup or something, right? On Shabbos, so he can buy, and then we would repay him. Right. So is it allowed to, like he said, right? So I mean, he's going to buy brand new on Shabbos. But here's the difference. It's this case that they refer to is not like that. Authorities who forbid to benefit his action on the Shabbos itself. So meaning, in some cases, again I don't have a good example, but I know what they mean. That you allow to ask non-Jew to buy something on Shabbos, but you can use it only after Shabbos. I mean, possible. Okay, possible. Continue. Okay, I mean, yeah, that's it. Let's stop here.